Well, naturally there's frustrations because guys are losing, and this is what I praised them on about afterwards was, it's easy to quit and it's easy to complain and it's easy to take shortcuts. And this is where I can't fault the group. The level of professionalism is that, they're working just as hard this week as they have week one. Guys have personal ambition. We got a collective ambition as well that we want to continually get better. This is a real testament of their character, and for everybody in this gym right now is they're faced with a little bit of adversity. It's challenging times, and yet they continue to keep coming to work, getting better, rising above it, and we've just got to try and snap this streak.
That was a good long chat at the end there. Is that right, your personal thing too?
Yeah, and again, because right now our practices are sort of mimicking the game. 1 week it's day to day where we got the Orange team that does really well and the Navy team loses focus, and then today the Navy team did really good and the Orange team loses focus. And it's about getting consistency not only in 4 quarters but throughout the entire lineup. We had this for Perth, the signs were early, but you could tell by the plus-minus column, for example, where the momentum would shift based on personnel rotations. And so we'll put a little bit more focus on that this week with who we have out there at particular times. But yeah, that's what the talk was. It's like, I can't fault their professionalism, their effort, their desire to get better. They're in here every day. You just got to stay committed to it.
Sam AK and Dylan all about. Tanner's really had to step up and fill 3 or 4 different roles. How have you seen him handle that?
Yeah, no, been really good. And again, for him being out for such a large stretch, it took him a while for him to sort of find his place. And even now, without the Wardenberg piece around him, he's having to do a little bit more for us. So, that's probably the biggest adjustment that we'll make for this weekend, that we'll have to face again against Brisbane. There was that stage in the 3rd quarter against Perth where I had Tanner and Tanner and KG both out there getting pretty tired, and then Alex picked up his 4th foul and I didn't have anybody else to rotate through. So we'll do a better job of managing those 3 guys, knowing that they're relatively our only bigs we have against a very big team in Brisbane.
0 bench points last week. Is that something you need, more kind of contributors?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and again, this is sort of, now the bench was really good this week on the training floor. We just need to translate it over to the game. So we'll change up rotations a little bit. But yeah, we're not a one pony show, right? Like, we need everybody to collectively bring what they do. And with Dylan, AK, and Wardenberg out, last time we played Brisbane, we had those guys and we didn't have P, Taryn and Tanner. So, in one, out for the other. But yeah, everybody's collectively just got to do their role and do it well.
Out on Brisbane, what's your main expectation from them?
They beat us up on the boards last time. And Tara Harrison's a tough cover, and this is something we talked about, knowing how good they are as a rebounding team, especially against us. Now we're down 2 of our best rebounders. So it's not just going to be on Tanner to go get 15 rebounds, because that's going to be a tough ask, the matchup he has. It's going to be make sure that we got the guards coming through, sweeping up to those rebounds too. So, they've had a real good stretch of games where they've had some players make some big plays. So personnel is going to be pretty important too.
With the state of the season, I know that you're doing everything that you can, but who in the group has stood out to you in terms of galvanising the group and bringing them up to a level and bringing them along and keeping the energy positive?
Yeah, it's been different day to day, and this is what I like about the group as well, is I think we saw Tanner do that in the last game against Perth, where he really used his voice and his on-court to lead it. That's carried through. P sort of was great at the end there, just sort of, putting a bit of honest truth with some of the guys. And then even with my coaching staff, I've done a better job this year, probably delegating a little bit more to upskill those guys. And it's always good having a different voice, a different level of energy from those guys. So, to signal out one person will be tricky, but Kyle, Alex, Kez, everybody I'm looking at right now has done something to help carry the burden of what has been a tough run.
This team's been pretty hot the last couple of games, so we're going to try to limit their threes. They're big, they're pretty good, so got to crush the glass hard and try to limit them and stop them, especially at home. So.
With Sam, AK, and Dylan off the park, you've had to step up and take a lot of responsibility. How have you found that?
Yeah, absolutely. It's tough when you got a few key players missing. So, trying to do my best, kind of like those guys were earlier in the season when I was out, kind of trying to do the same thing and step up for the bigs here.
You've kind of played a bit of a mental role, I guess, with Alex as well, who's coming through as that DP to play some of those big minutes. How have you seen his kind of last few weeks?
Yeah, it's been cool. Like he comes in every day. He works incredibly hard. He's a good human being. So yeah, everything that he's been showing on the court is like, it's no surprise to any of us here because of the type of guy he is. And so, obviously proud of him, and it's been fun playing with him, and he's a winner. So I think he'll help us a lot.
One game till Christmas. What are you and the wife doing over the Christmas break?
Yeah, we got a tree up. We got a presents under the tree. So yeah, we're celebrating nicely. Got some friends and family coming in town. So it's been a good holiday season so far.
With the run, how it's been? Kind of what's been kind of the mood on track? Who's been keeping morale up? What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean it's obviously tough, being on a losing streak, but at the same time, Forde's just talked to us like. There could be a lot worse situations, and so just as a group, we've been getting around each other, trying to do everything we can to get a win on the board, and obviously it's been tough, but like just every day in practice, we're still coming in and competing super hard. So regardless of where we are on the ladder or whatever our record is, like every day, like if you watched practice every day, you wouldn't be able to tell. Like so, that's kind of how it's been.